Inner child wounds aren't labels, and they're not diagnoses. They're patterns that form when a child's emotional needs weren't consistently met. And most of us carry more than one of them. So let's talk about the most common types and how they often show up later in life. Abandonment wounds often form when love felt inconsistent. As an adult, this can look like fear of being alone, anxiety when people pull away, or staying in relationships longer than you should just to avoid being left. Rejection wounds develop when love felt conditional. They can show up as perfectionism, hiding parts of yourself, or pulling away before anyone gets close enough to hurt you. Neglect wounds come from emotional needs being ignored, not necessarily because caregivers didn't care, but because they couldn't show up. As adults, this can look like self-abandonment, burnout, or difficulty asking for help. Betrayal or trust wounds often form when caregivers lied, were hypocritical, or denied your reality. This can lead to hypervigilance, difficulty trusting words over actions, and strong reactions to dishonesty. Enmeshment wounds happen when a child feels responsible for a parent's emotions. As an adult, this can show up as guilty when resting, people-pleasing, or losing yourself in relationships. Shame or humiliation wounds form when emotions or mistakes weren't safe. They often create a deep self-criticism, fear of being seen, or feeling unworthy of love or rest. Control or powerlessness wounds come from environments where choice or autonomy wasn't allowed. This can show up as difficulty making decisions, freezing under pressure, or rebelling against authority. Inconsistency or chaos wounds grow in unpredictable environments. They can lead to nervous system dysregulation, difficulty relaxing, or mistaking intensity for connection. If any of this resonates with you, it doesn't mean that something is wrong. It means that your nervous system learned how to survive. What's interesting to me is that last year when I went to Awaken, one of the things that came up for me was an abandonment wound. Through breath work, I was able to actually feel the pain of that and go back to my inner child and say, hey, it's okay. I know that you felt abandoned by your mom in this moment, but it doesn't mean that she loves you any less. Just thought I'd share a personal. Anyway, I always sort of knew that this mother wound existed. But then through meditation, I was actually able to uncover another memory from my childhood. Very young, like 3 or 4, and very much remember wanting to be picked up by my father and not being picked up by my father. And again, only through meditation and breath work have I even been able to uncover these memories. And then I was able to go back and swoop in and give my inner child the love that she needed whenever my dad was unable to do that for me. You never know what your subconscious is going to throw at you. So just buckle up if you're on this healing journey, because it gets so beautiful, but it's going to bring out some stuff. Okay. Anyway, if you're comfortable, I would love for you to please drop a comment with what abandonment wound you see most in your life. I'm going to do a deeper dive on all of these in the coming days. I love you. You're so incredible. You're worthy of all the good things in life, whether you believe it or not.